Good morning, stamping friends. Welcome to my YouTube live channel, and thank you so much for joining me today. For those of you new, my name is Lorri Heiling, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Well, I had quite a busy weekend. We moved my sister out, so we've had 2 moves in 2 weeks. My mom moved 2 weeks ago, and then my sister last week. So I think we're finally done packing and unpacking boxes, and it has been a whirlwind, and my body is so sore, but I'm glad that's behind us now so I can move forward on the other things going on. I just wanted to remind you today and today only is free shipping day at Stampin' Up! Now that is really a great bargain because you save 11%. So look through all your stash and see what you might need, maybe from the new catalog, some new stamp sets or bundles you don't have. And then also I always like to get my my essentials like adhesive or white envelopes or, you know, just basic white or basic white cardstock because I use that, you know, all the time. That's probably the most used cardstock. So just take a peek and get a little bit of a discount on your orders. So and if you do place an order and your order is over $150, if you can use the host code, that would help me a lot. I would appreciate that. Then also, let's see, on Saturday we had our Cozy Craft Retreat registration, and it was crazy. We kind of bogged down their system, and it was, you know, everybody was trying to get on and in this at the same time, and so but it sold out in 2 minutes. So that's how fast it went. I just cannot believe it. But thank you so much for those of you who sold or who purchased, you know, a spot at the retreat, and for those of you who purchased kits. Now, kits are still available. I know the in-person is a little bit more popular, but we do reproduce everything that we do in person, and we send it in kit form. The only disadvantage is, you know, it won't be stamped for you. So if you don't have those stamp sets, you can either substitute what you have or you can purchase, you know, what we used in that. So again, thank you so much. I'm blown away at just how fast it went, and for all of you that registered. Now we are going to cap off the kits. So if you're thinking about purchasing one, make sure you do that soon, because once it hits a certain number, maybe I think there's probably like 10 or 15 spots left for the kits. So be sure and grab those before that fills up. The other thing I want to share with you is the starter kit option. Now remember, we have brand new products, brand new in colors. There's a lot of new things this catalog, and so if you'd like to take advantage and become a discount shopper, I would love to have you join my team, and I'm going to put the link in my Facebook page. You will be part of our Stampin' Up! Community, and particularly my stamp group is called We Stamp, and I would love to have you join us. We just have a great bunch of demonstrators on my team, and we love to share ideas, and we have a separate Facebook page so you can interact with us there. Today we're going to start with me sharing with you the designer series paper that we're going to be using. I chose the paper Thoughtful Journey, and it's got a lot of really beautiful scenery pictures. I always like working with these because you don't have to add a lot to the picture. The paper speaks for itself as far as the designs. Really what you're looking for is the color. So let me very quickly share with you the different options. And there's just a nice variety of colors in this. Eventually I am going to have my, oops, that's the same one. I'm going to have my little cardstock swatches so you can see the coordinating colors. This one almost has a little Arizona flair to it. And then what's really nice about these is on the back side, they have the coordinating more general colors that kind of blend with it. So it's not quite as distinct, but I love the watercolor look and just really, really pretty. So we've had these in the past, and they're just always popular. So it seems each catalog they come out with just a little bit different version and different colors. Just very pretty. That one's Wild Wheat, one of our new in colors. And let's see, I have there's 4 sheets per pack of each design. Ooh, that one's pretty too. And there's 48 sheets in one pack. And these are $12.50 for a pack. And these are gonna last you. When I use these, I use almost every single piece of paper in here, because when I have leftovers, I just slap it on and put a sentiment with it, and they just come together really fast. So. And the card that I'm going to make today, it's actually, whoops, this was part of, whoops, some of these are out of order here. I should have just pulled out a single sheet of each of these and made it easier, but I like to keep them in their group together so I know how many sheets I have of each one. So there they are. All right, now I'm going to share with you the 3 that I can't decide between. So I pulled out the ones that had colors in the photos I'm going to use. I'm making a personalized anniversary card, and so I'll show you the two photos I chose. This one is my daughter and her husband. This one is, they're at the Grand Canyon, so it's got kind of those rusts in there. And then I love this one because it's got pretty muted blues. So I don't know, maybe I'll make 2 cards. Save one for 1 year and one for the next, I don't know. But anyway, the one with the rust, this is what I think I'm gonna do today. These are the 3 colors that had kind of that calypso coral with the dark colors. And because it's Grand Canyon, I kind of lean towards this one just because these have more of the meadow background. So I don't know, any of them would work. It's really just the color I'm after, but I kind of like this one. So I'm gonna choose this one. All right, so we have these 2 pieces chosen. And the next thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna bring my catalog back and I'm gonna flip back a few pages. And this Full of Life bundle is really fun. I love words that are cut out with a really thin line, and that's what this is. We have the outline of friend and then the skinny one, but what I'm after is this heart here. And so this is really, really skinny. I'll show it to you. And what we're gonna do first of all is die cut that heart out. Now, I do have the die right here because I want to show you part of the figuring out of this card was to figure out what size to make this. Now, this die, once you find your photo, you should make it no taller than 3 inches and no wider than 3 inches. A 3 by 3 inch is the best size. So this one, let's see, I'm going to hike them over to the left a little bit, and that way we can fit them both in there. And what I did was I picked out about 6 photos, and I made sure either the side was 3 inches or the height was 3 inches, and then I just printed them because I knew there'd be excess. And then this is the other one. This would work as well. And you can center it, you can move it that way. You know, there's a couple others that I really, really like, but they didn't fit the dimensions. When I made it 3 inches, it would be off the page up here. So you really have to kind of look for a photo that has some border around it so that you can fill in that gap. So 3 by 3 is the size you're gonna shoot for. All right, so now I'm gonna die cut this out so that we can put this heart on my card front. So hold on while I go do that. This is what it looked like when I cut it out. So I go like this, and you can see that the picture kind of stays in here. Normally when we're die cutting this out, the piece that you're after is just this outline that is stuck in here. Inside. So what I'm gonna do is grab my paper snips, and I'm just gonna trim this down so it's more of like a real heart, and just kind of snip it at the end. So now we have that photo that's gonna go on the card, and we can just toss the rest. All right, now it's time to create the card. The next thing we're gonna do is grab our paper pieces, and my card base is gonna be Cajun Craze. I'm picking up that one color in that designer series paper. This is 8.5 by 5.5, scored in half on the long side at 4.25. Then I took 5.25 by 4, and this is Calypso Coral. I'm not gonna put this on quite yet, but it's gonna go here. And then the designer series paper is going to be 1/8 of an inch smaller, and so that will be 5 1/8 by 3 7/8, and that's going to fit on there. But we don't want to put that on yet, so we're going to set that aside. And this piece, we are going to die cut another heart out of here, and I'll show you the little magic that happens. And I'm going to aim for the bottom right corner, even though it's kind of a large die, just missing this by maybe about 1/4 or 3/8 of an inch. So I have to confess here, I was taping this because I have to babysit tomorrow when this video should go live. So I started making the card and I hit record and everything was going well, and then all of a sudden my phone started beeping, and I thought, that's weird. Usually my phone doesn't beep when I'm taping something. And so I look at my phone, and lo and behold, it was not taping. And now I have the card almost all created. So now I'm just going to share with you what I did because I don't want to go back and remake this. I'm limited with time. So what I did was I glued that die cut picture down on the Calypso Coral piece. And then you can see the outside. Once that was cut away, it makes a little border around the picture, like that 1/8, and you can see the underneath cardstock through it. Then I wrapped baker's twine around 2 times and made a little bow out of linen thread. And then what I did was I grabbed a stamp set called Softly Said. Let me show this to you. It is actually an online exclusive. You won't find it anywhere except online, but you can order it anytime. And this is an awesome stamp set. If you go to the website and click on shop, and then on the left-hand side, it'll say online exclusives, and that's where you will find all these amazing products. You'll find stamps and designer series paper and embellishments. There's a lot in there, so make sure you check that out. Now also you want to notice with this stamp set, it's kind of a watercolored sentiment, and so some of the letters are going to stamp a little bit lighter than the others. You might think that you stamped it not hard enough, but especially on the word celebrate, you'll see that the E and the B stamped a little bit lighter than the others, but it was meant to do that. You can see that there on my photo. All right, so then let's get back to our card. I am going to flip this over and put dimensionals on the back and then adhere that to the card base. Well, I hope you enjoyed our project today. It was really fun to combine a personalized picture and then add it to your card front. You might want to try adding it to maybe a graduation card or maybe a special birthday, just anyone that you want to include a picture with. It's just a really fun way to do this. And here's that host code that I was talking about. When you order, if your order is over $50 and you use the host code, I will send you a gift as my way of saying thank you, and I'll also include a thank you card. All right, thank you so much, everyone. We will see you next week, Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. Bye-bye, everyone.